Hey everybody, I'm Scott from Advanced Course Academy, and welcome back to the bonus week 7 of how to massively grow your hypnotherapy and coaching business in just 6 weeks. And so today I want to talk to you about the most powerful traffic gaining strategy that you can get, which is basically promotional partners. And so we've talked about it briefly, especially in week 2. And so this week, there's an exercise that I really want to get you to do. And so if you've already done the assignments, if you've already filmed a sales offer, then you're way ahead because you're ready to get it out there and ready to get more traffic, more leads than you could imagine. And so this is amazing. So I really want to get you to do this. And so if you haven't filmed your sales offer, have a crack at it. Just get your phone out, like set it up, put it on a tripod or put it on a tissue box and get, I don't know, like masking tape, just wrap it up, whatever it is, and just kind of like hold it there. Get a cheap microphone or just stand close enough that it can hear you. But don't be afraid of the camera, because the first time you look at a camera, you're just sort of standing there going, what do I say? I don't know what to say. And that's what everyone goes through. So you're not alone. Your voice is normal. Your face is normal. Whatever it is that we all have these fears. And we just got to get out there, because your client doesn't care about what you look like, what you sound like. They want you to be professional. But it's more about them and the help that they want. So this promotional partner technique that I want to get you to do is I want you, again, with a piece of paper, just write down the list of 10 different industries that might have lists of your ideal clients. And so what I mean by this is, let's say that for me, if I'm teaching business, I'm going to go to a place that I know where students are learning skills, but they could learn more business skills. If you're teaching people health, go find what's the name of an industry where people are already doing health-related things, but they're not doing what you're doing, if that makes sense. So maybe that you could go to a gym and you could find there's PTs there, but maybe if you could teach people nutrition, maybe that there's no nutritionalists at your particular gym or a couple of gyms in your area. So I just really want you to think about, well, what's the ambition or what's the problem that you help people with, such as, are you helping people get off cigarettes? Are you helping people sleep better? So your industry that you write down might be GPs, to say that GPs have tons of people who can't sleep or have neck pain, or just some place, it could be a chiropractor, and they could have a whole list of people that have pain that you could help them with. You could coach or hypnotherapy or whatever it is that you use, you can help these people. So this is how I want to help you to get 10,000 people in your database so that you can start advertising to them with your sales offer video, and you can build your business as big as what you'd like to be able to do. Some people want to make it massive. Other people just want enough so they can survive. Some want a passive income. I don't know exactly what you want, but I just want to help you to get there, to get past this barrier of, oh my God, where are all the clients hiding? And so if you could write down the name of 10 industries, pause the video if you have to, but it could be GPs, could be one. It could be franchise owners or something if they're getting too stressed, but they have to have a list. This is the criteria. The industry that you write down has to have a list of people, perhaps 1,000 or more people, that they could promote you and your sales offer to, that have people that need a solution to their problem or ambition that your skill provides. Does that make sense? So if you haven't done the sales offer video, then you may not be clear enough yet on what the problem or the ambition is that you're helping people with. So once you've got those 10 industries written down, the next thing that I want you to do is to go on Google, and under each of those 10 industries, write down the contact details of someone who works at or has access to the list or can promote you to the list. 10 different people per industry. So that becomes 100 names with their names, their email address, their phone number and their address. Write them down. So it's, if GPs is one of the industries that you've talked about, has a list of people that could become your client, write down GP, and under it or next to it, write down 10 GPs with their name, their phone number, their address and email address. Then move on to the second industry. Write down the name of that industry and then write down the names of 10 people within that industry. Now you have 100 promotional partners to talk to. You haven't talked to them yet, you haven't built a relationship, and this is where the magic happens. This is where people tend to think there's too many moving parts, it's a little bit too hard, it's too awkward. Why would these people want to promote me? This is what I want to help you with. So you know about the problem or the ambition that we've talked about, especially last week we talked about reach and revenue and all that kind of stuff. You know about the problem and the ambition that you're helping people with. That's what you're selling. Your promotional partner is not your client. You're not asking them for money. You're asking them to promote you to their list. So this is a different thinking style than before, because before we were talking about, features, benefits, and problems and circumstances and goals and ambitions, all those things for your client. Now we're talking about your promotional partner. So we need to be able to think about, with your promotional partner, what are their problems and ambitions that could be different from the problems and ambitions of people on their list. I want to give you an example of this because it's very, very important to see the difference. If you haven't written down what the difference is, then it's going to hurt you later. And it's going to help you a lot if you do this now. So let's say you've got GPs on your list, 10 GPs on your list, and you want to talk to them. On the GPs list, let's say they've got 1,000 clients each, or 1,000 people on their database each, which is a very small number for a GP. So what could happen is that the GP's list all have neck pain. And you want the doctor or the GP to promote you to these people who have neck pain. Now, when you advertise yourself to the client of the doctor or the GP, you talk about the neck pain, that's the problem, you're going to solve it. You might have a program, could be 6 weeks, could be whatever. But when you talk to the GP, you're not going to go in and start talking to them about neck pain because the doctor's not the one with the neck pain. The doctor has a different problem. So we have to start thinking from the point of view of your actual promotional partner. This is what I do, that when I approach people and say, buy my course, what happens is that I talk about their goals and their ambitions. So that if you're someone who wants to buy it, so that what I'd be saying to you is you want to build your clinic and build it massive, or you want to build your speaking career, or you want to write books and have that to work together with your speaking career and then to build your clinic that way. Whatever your goals are, I'm talking to you. But if there's a school I've gone to, perhaps where I've found you, or if there's another promotional partner that's helped me to find you, I can't talk to my promotional partner about the same stuff that I talk to you about because they don't have the same problems or ambitions as what you do. So when I talk to them, I say that you have a school that teaches these skills, but the students could feel as though they're not getting enough business skills. So let me make that problem go away for you. Put this thing out there, sell it, and you can have half the money. And that's how I get so many clients, like just hundreds of people going through my class at the same time online. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. How did I get so much reach? Because I'm thinking about the problems and the ambitions of my promotional partners. Here's the exercise I want to get you to do now. After you've written down those 10 industries, I want you to write next to that name, or sorry, next to that industry. It could be GPs, could be schools, could be whatever. What are the schools? What are the GPs? What's your promotional partner's problem or ambition? And so when I make the school's problem go away, I want to prove to the students who go to the school that there's an industry out there so that that school can grow safe with the promise that, yes, there's an industry, these students can get paid. That doesn't necessarily just help the students. That helps the school because the school can, hand on heart, basically go out there and say, yes, there's an industry. This guy's proof, this lady's proof, check it out. And this guy shows you how to do it. Isn't that better for the school? Because now the school has that credibility as though that the school's helping you to get clients. So that's how I talk with my promotional partner. When I talk to you guys, or if maybe even if you're one of my promotional partners, I'll talk to you differently than if I'm talking to someone that I'm asking to pay me. So let's say that if you've got not a school but a GP, you've got to find out what are the problems that the GPs have. How do you get inside the mind of the GP? And so this is how you do it. You ask them questions. You survey them. You find out what their issues are. If you go to a gym, survey them, find out what their issues are. So at a gym, if you could think about a gym as it's basically a big building with a landlord and they're renting people space. So when a PT comes and works there, the PT doesn't so much work at the gym as much as they rent the gym. Just like if you're a client of a personal trainer and you come in and they help you with your food, they help you with your cardio, they help you with your weights, you have to pay to use the gym and you pay to use the PT as well, the personal trainer. That personal trainer is paying rent inside that gym. So that if you talk to the gym and you say, can you promote me? They'll be like, we don't promote people, but you can rent some space. So that you've got to think like the gym. The gym is a big landlord. They're basically saying, I've got space, you can use my gym, but you've got to pay me for the space. So you might then set up a table. So that you've got to be able to think the same as your promotional partner. So if not a gym, if not a school or not a GP, who else is out there who could have a list of people? So this might be, you might even approach an author. You might approach, it doesn't matter what the industry is, but you'll be able to discover this stuff for yourself. But you've got to think, if you know enough about your problem and ambition, then you can help promotional partners make their problem go away. But there's an approach that I want you to think of when approaching these promotional partners. And you can't just go in and say, you guys have a problem, let me solve it. You've got to think about the next step. so that you've talked to them about their ambitions and problems and you've said, hey, I can help you make it go away. But then you need to make an offer. And so in the advanced course, I go further into the promotional partner strategy, how to get a database of 10,000 people, how basically to be promoted by as many people as you approach, basically to grow your database. So, like when I was saying that there's reach and revenue, so this is to grow your reach. So that when your reach gets bigger, when your database gets bigger, when you've got promotional partners who are out there promoting your message for you, the next thing that you get to do is then you've got this database, you can start promoting yourself to that database to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Does that make sense? And so the marketing stuff is not as hard as it seems. But here's the problem that people tend to have. They go on Facebook, they go on YouTube, they get flyers, they get business cards, they go to network events and start handing the cards out. Or on Facebook, they start to go into little rooms, or on LinkedIn, whatever it is, they get this drip traffic where they're getting, here's one client, here's one client, here's one client. You shouldn't be getting one client, you should be getting bunches and bunches and bunches of clients in one go. And that's what you need promotional partners for. So if you're basically sending money to traffic on Facebook or Google or whatever to get traffic in, wouldn't it make sense to spend that money targeting people that have already been promoted to on your behalf by your promotional partner? So let's say there's a school that promotes me to you, and then if you land on my webpage, Facebook and Google knows that you've been on my page, and then they show up in your news feed twice as much. They show up on the internet everywhere twice as much. And so I'm not then spending my budget target money targeting just anybody. I'm targeting people that have already been on the list of my promotional partner, and then I target them more and more and more. The technical side's not that hard. Like, check out my advanced course. It's basically the best value course that you're going to get. It explains business in a way that just hasn't been done before by anybody, at a price where it's like, what I've done is I've spent over $100,000 learning this stuff, and then I've synthesized it down and made it easier, made it more accessible for you. I want you to be able to trust yourself, that make this promise to yourself that you're going to film a sales offer video, you're going to find, or you're going to create a list of 10 industries of promotional partners, and then you're going to find 10 promotional partners per industry. You're going to contact them, and you're going to tell them why they have a problem that you can fix and how you can make that problem go away. The next thing I want you to do is to have a page with an opt-in, which means basically it asks the people who land on that page for their name and email address before you give them an ebook or a very, very quick video. And that video is going to make a problem go away for your promotional partner. So let's say that you've got a promotional partner where their list keeps complaining about something. It could be that you teach us X, but you don't teach us Y or Z. You come and teach Y and Z. Let's say that you've got like a PT that doesn't do nutrition, you add the nutrition. Let's say that you've got, if you're doing relationships, there's a person out there that does counseling, but they don't specialize in perhaps whether it's divorce or new relationships, or they don't specialize in marriage, or they don't specialize in something. You do. And this promotional partner keeps getting complaints to say, you've taught us about relationships here, but you haven't taught us about relationships over there. You come in and say, let me plug that gap. Let me give you my free material that you can send out to your group. And so when they promote you for free to their group, to their list, it could be 1,000 or more people. Those people are then directed to your webpage that has an opt-in where it asks them for their name and email address. You can do this on lead pages. You can do this with Kajabi. You can do it anywhere. It's so easy. There are so many online platforms today that just take all of the technology issues and headaches out of this for you. So basically on Kajabi, it just does it for me, like where it creates my opt-in pages, my funnels, my value videos, my online portals, that even this, you're watching it through Kajabi as well. If you don't have those yet, if you don't have a budget for it, use YouTube. Ask them to hit subscribe at the end of your video. Does that make sense? Because then if you're on YouTube, at least people can share your videos. Always at the end of a YouTube video, always ask people to subscribe. Because you know what happens when people subscribe to your videos? You make another one and YouTube emails them when you have new content. And so that the more they keep coming back and watching your videos, the more value you add to the marketplace, the better the leader or spokesperson you are out there in the market, the more likely it is that YouTube keeps putting you out there. And then when people type in that particular issue, whatever their problem or ambition is, when they type that issue into Google, YouTube results come up. So when you make a YouTube video, make sure that your headline of your actual video, like the name of your video, is something that a stranger could come in, could take a look at, they could understand, they don't have to guess, because the worst possible thing you can do with a YouTube headline is make it just say video 1. Like, imagine like someone else comes into to watch your video from somewhere, that you want to use your YouTube video to get more leads into your business. You want your promotional partners to use it to get more leads into your business. And your video is called Video 1. You should call it How to Reduce Back Pain in 2 Easy Steps, 5-minute video. Something that people can understand straight away. It's not so much that it needs to be clever, it needs to be really clear. Something nice, something simple, something understandable. So again, those steps, just to repeat, what I'd like to get you to do today is have a list of the 10 industries, the 10 people per industry, call these people, call all 100 people and ask them if what their problem or ambition is, find out what their problem or ambition is, so that when you call the next person, you already know what the problems and ambitions of that industry are. Then call the next person, tell them what their problems are, tell them how to fix it with your video. Send traffic from your promotional partner to your opt-in page. I'll help you with the technology. It's not that hard. You can even get them to send people again to your YouTube video, and then start growing your database. Imagine you have a database of say 10,000 or 100,000 people, and then you send out a sales offer video. How fast would your clinic fill? You only need, let's say if you want 18 clients a week, let's say that you've got a program with six sessions. So 3 lots of 6 is 18. You only need 3 new clients a week to get 18 sessions happening a week. You charge $200 per session. To get 3 new clients a week, how many promotional partners are you going to need to get those people in? And then once you've sold them one program for one problem, imagine keeping those people for ongoing programs. Let's say you design program number 2. Let's say that you've solved one problem for that person. Now you're ascending to send them to your next program. So I just want you to get so comfortable. I just want you to get active. I want you to be in front of a camera. I want you to talk. I want to see your videos out there. I want to see you talking in the chat room. I want to see you in my next program as well, Advanced Course Academy Online, the Advanced 5 months course that takes you through everything, takes you through traffic, takes you through the big picture, takes you through the viral content, takes you through Ascension, how to charge large amounts of money for bigger programs. Basically just everything you need to know. Is the clinic section as well. So you've got no excuse now, even with the payment plan that we've got in there now for you. You've got no excuse for not knowing how to do these things. You've got the question section down the bottom. You can ask me questions that I will answer as much as possible. And my promise, what I'm trying to do as much as possible, is at least weekly to get onto that chat section and talk to people. If I'm away on holidays for a week or 2, I'm very sorry, but I will always be coming back to those sections to always talk to you so that you have no excuse left to not be able to move on with your life, to not to be able to basically get to the next level. What do you want for yourself? Are you basically going to let the next 20 years pass? And this is the tragedy for people, is they have this dream, but they die before they get there. They basically just let time slip by. This is what I want you to help other people with. This is what I want to help you with, is that I want you to live your dream. I don't want you to be somebody who basically has a big dream and just goes, it's too hard. The computer stuff's too hard. I'm typing buttons and things and the computer's going to explode, or people don't like my face and my voice or something and everyone's going to say no to me. All these types of thinking that you can have that are negative are destroying your future. That's not the role model you want to be for others. That's not the person you want to be for yourself. You need to have that brave step. You need to move up in your courage, basically. Get up, get strong again. I don't know what you've been through, and it could be something, it could be anything. That's the thing, is I don't know what you've been through, and you potentially may not know what I've been through. It's been a lot, but what's really made me strong is going through those things and then making the decision to keep going. So it's when you have a tough past, that's what makes you strong. Because I had such a tough past that I had to surpass that tough past, but once I got to normal, I kept going. This is the whole secret to life, is that you grow, and then you don't stop, you just keep growing. You're either growing or you're going back down the other way. And so there's no other clearer way to say is that I just want you to have the life of your dreams. The only way to make that happen is for you to get up and keep moving again. Get back in the game, get back in front of a camera, choose a background. These are the curtains of my office. This is all of this. I'm standing in my office just talking to you, to a camera, with my curtains in front of me. And I don't even have a lighting system now in front of me. I've just got the lights from the ceiling. And you can see me. So if you can basically, I'm talking to my phone, standing in front of my curtains of my office. You could be at home, you could be anywhere. Have a go. So I'm Scott from Advanced Course Academy Online. I'd love to see you on the other side. Basically continue your training with me. That I wanted to give you this bonus video because I basically wanted to tell you about the promotional partner strategy in advance, so that by the time you get into the next course that you know kind of how much I'm asking you to actually do. And so I'm asking you to basically to get out there and live a bigger life than what friends and family may believe that you can have. So I'm Scott from Advanced Course Academy Online, helping you to serve your clients, build your business, grow your confidence in a bigger way.